So today I'm going to be doing an influential chat again. This one's going to be about lessons learned from abundance and to get to abundance, as well as me and my dad had a talk yesterday, and it came as a surprise, but it opened my mind a lot about things in life and just altogether joys that I didn't realize I had, family history I didn't realize I had. But in all of that, there's more motivation that I got, and it was surprising the lesson that I learned yesterday from all of it. I would like to start off with the chat with my dad first. So, yesterday, me and my dad were talking about the lessons that I've learned, the things that I want to do, the way I want to create, the joys in life that I have received and am yet to receive, the joys in life that my family are yet to receive because of the abundance that I want to create. So, we were talking and he got into it about God, and at that moment I really needed it because I've been not doing as much as I'm supposed to be doing. I've been not uploading as many videos as I'd be liking to, as well as, creating music as I want to. And he knows for a fact that I can and that I should receive that abundance from those blessings. As I wrote down in my book up here, it's marked by the page of my friend that passed away. These are my steps to get to my goal. Not steps, but these are my motivations for my new identity. I want to receive and be what God wants and knows me to be. I want to grow from the past and learn from my mistakes, failures, wins, and successes. I want true, real, genuine friendships, not formed from false pretense from them or myself. I want to be strong for myself, my family I have and will form, and create my best self through doing all of that. My best version of myself by doing all of that. I want to provide service to the world through my talents and receive the benefit of profit and prosperity from my talents, dedication, passion, and action. I want not to lust or envy others based off of looks, wealth, or material possessions, or be afraid of people or actions to step further. And that was like the first step I took to making myself do better, for making myself prosperous and actually step forward into my goals. That's why I was irritated with myself, and I had told him that I feel like I should be so much farther than I am right now. But at the same time, in the present moment, I know I am perfectly where I need to be. Because all of the adversity, trials, tribulations were all for a good reason and a good cause. It leads it leads me to see new things in life and new motivations. So in that blessing of the abundance that it brought, it showed me a lot. And through my dad, I feel like God spoke through him to me directly, telling me about how I've been caught up in my lust and envy for others and the things that they have. I need to be perfectly serene with where I'm at currently, because if not, I feel like I fall more than I walk and more than I get up. It's a hard journey, a hard road. It can be so much more easy though. And it will be eventually. Once I make it through the worst part, which I feel like I'm coming to receive that and to get past all of the negative thoughts that I had in the past about all of these things and all of these previous motivations that were driving me, as well as previous habits like drinking, smoking. I want to quit smoking for real. It's one of the hardest things I've done so far. I quit smoking herb for a year at one point in my life, but I've continued to continually smoke, and for me that hasn't been too beneficial because all it's done for me is brought me to a place of haziness, and it feels like I'm kind of conceptually asleep doing those things. And I want to be awake. I want to live. I want to have those dopamine rushes that I get from everyday life. I want to receive those blessings of abundance naturally and not be numb to it in such a way. Because as you continually smoke, it just makes you worse and worse off. Whole it feels like your whole motivation just goes down the drain. It feels like your whole conceptualization of everything as a whole and the beauty in life and the abundance that this life actually truly brings naturally um down. It brings it down, way down, because you're not getting as much good sleep that you need, like theta, beta, delta, and all of that. Right? There's different levels to your sleep, and I've been learning a lot more about that. I want to prosper through making these videos for you guys, for myself as well, because like majority of the reason that I've created these videos more recently, or recently, I've noticed that my previous video it hasn't really gotten any views, so I feel like it was more for myself. So in these speeches, I feel like I'm just more or less talking to myself about myself, bringing myself through the journey to get to these things. And I want to bring you guys with me, and I want to help you guys if you ever need help. Comment. I'm always here to reply. I'll try my best. If we get up there, it's going to be a little bit harder to coordinate my replies. But of course, I will always try and I will always do my best to, so, and that we'll get back to where we were at with my dad. Here, so let me give you a little prior context. We haven't seen each other for about 3 years now, apparently, and it like really shook me that it's been that long. But I was so excited to see him, and it brought me so much joy to give him hugs and show him that I love him and that I care about him. It's kind of hard too because he offered me some money at the end of it, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry. So we hadn't seen each other in forever. I was asking God that I need help, I need motivation, and I need that push that would like ultimately blast me into the spot that I want to be. And I saw that. I saw it as we were talking. Like he was talking about something completely different, like our family and my name and where it comes from. and the legacy behind it. There's multiple people. So I have two middle names. I have Herman and Charles. So Ray Charles Herman Walters. And Herman was Herman Augustus, his brother, my grandfather, and then his brother was also Herman, but one of them was Herman Augustus, and another was Charles, and Charles it's crazy how much weight your name holds if it has linked to all these people, right? Like he was also talking about my sister, Amber, Aldina, May, Barbara, Eva, Rose Walters, right? So all of those names have like, somebody behind it and meaning behind it, and it's crazy to think about, like, in that aspect. Like, it brought me so much strength to know that, like, all those people were all, like, they all brought me into this world in one way or another, kind of thing. And they're all linked to me now. So, in that, they're like a guidance and a guardian. Same with my brother Isaiah. I feel his presence constantly, and I feel so bad because in the whole time I've just been working the 9 to 5 type of grind and not going towards my dreams and goals, which he knows and still wants me to go for those things. Because originally he always told me, like, you got the talent, you need to like start making music, we should make music together, etc. And I really kind of want to get some of his like covers that he did, because he did a few songs that were covers and his mom uploaded them. I want to get those initial videos and be able to share them and edit them, right? And like, make his name known as well as my own. But it's going into that whole aspect of guidance through the guardians that have been brought before you and the people that have came before you. You want to honor and respect. In that aspect, I've listened to a few influential videos that talk about that, where it's like your past heritage, like all of them did all of this to bring you here, right? And like, so if you feel like you're having the hardest life, know that it might not be the hardest life that could have ever been, right? Because obviously, like, people have went through way worse stuff than what you're going through right now. Not saying that it doesn't affect you, not saying that it's like a bad thing necessarily, but that you feel like it's hard right now. So you obviously want to do better and you obviously feel the inclination. So through that, it brings you the motivation that you need to get through it. Yeah, and like knowing that all those people had to go through a bunch of hardship to get you to where you are, like to make you and to bring you into this world and to help you, like, your mom, your dad. I know. We might not have had the best life, I know that if your parents, you know, done wrong to you and you don't really communicate with them anymore, I feel you. But at the same time, you do have to understand they brought you into this world and the lesson that they taught you could be something so much more, so you don't have to hold that resentment anymore. And you don't have to fully like hate them. You can accept them in your life, love them from afar, type of thing. But I've chose to continually like be around and in my parents' life, even though I didn't have the best upbringing, even though I didn't get to that place in life where a lot of people want to be, and they see on TV that like the Beaver family and all of these things. So in that aspect, it kind of like brings you to a reasonable version of clarity that allows you to open your heart and your mind to new possibilities, to new things, to new goals and aspirations. Um, that's where it brought me. Ever since a young age, it was always hard for me to have had to have had what the but to have had all of these trials and tribulations that brought me so much pain in the moment. Obviously, I'm completely moved past it, formulated a new life, um wanting to grow more, obviously, because I didn't have the intelligence at first, but obviously I do now, because we all have phones. We all have this technology that gives us limitless information that we can grow and learn from, and it brings us to a place that we never thought we could be. Like, to really soak that in, you have to understand and believe in yourself. Understand that everything that is online might not be the best for your learning curve, your dopamine, like Facebook and all of these dopamine hits that we get temporarily, giving us a fix of what we truly want. Like, we want these better things. We want and not only want, but that we need truly in our life to progress and to make it farther, to get our goals. So, continuing on with that, right? My dad also told me, like, as he was talking about our family, that God, like, told him that I was having a hard time and that I was struggling, and that he wanted me to be able to see him because and him see me, because I needed it. I needed it to open my eyes to truly actually embrace and accept what I've been missing, and truly embrace and accept that I can and that I will. And he said, like, those that were cast away, Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible, and Sarah laughing in the background at the Lord Savior Jesus Christ, and all of these things, right? It like brought me closer to the presence with Him, like in communion. One or more people with you, with God, will allow you to be able to open up and accept the gracious gifts that He's been holding from you, because you haven't accepted Him in your life, and you haven't. I'm not trying to be preachy or anything. This is just my self experience. So please don't get upset if you're atheist or all this. You know, you like my dad was even saying, like, you can believe in all those other gods. They'll take you to, through, and around Him, but they will never bring you to Him. Which that's what Jesus did. He died on the cross for us and gave up, His life and rose again. You know, he's the only one that ever rose again. But in that aspect, he was saying that people are so lustful in this life, and like I was having issues with that. Like God like brought him to me and literally told him to tell me this. I feel like, because like it was such a blessing to receive those words. It really seeped into my soul and opened my eyes to it, because I was having issues with with that. I was listing after all these people. It's like Jordan Peterson even says. He says like you could see somebody in a convertible drop top Porsche, and like wearing a nice flashy suit, some chains, like beautiful woman in his you know passenger seat, and you'd be like, I want that, I want to be like him, I want to be in his position. But you don't know, because like you're comparing yourself to him, but you don't know if he's, if the truth is that he's driving right, and like his thoughts are, he wants to wrap his 911 Porsche or drop top Porsche around the next telephone pole he comes around a corner on, because he wants to, escape what he's going through. He might be in financial debt. He might be going through a hard time with family losses, all of these things. There's a bunch of things that contribute. So they're not you and you're not them. Never lust after the material possessions or material life that you see from him. Only have the self discipline and self belief to strive yourself towards your goals, because inevitably what follows suit is the things that you want and need in life. What you need will be provided to you from yourself, from the Lord. Like he gives you free will so you can get to and do what you want to do. You have complete and utter free will. But the world is full of just sin and lustfulness right now. It's like so crazy. So crazy to me, because like everything is just going down, 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 down. Like we're like, he was even saying like, what do you think happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? And where was it? Where was it? It's somewhere in the Bible. Um, where was that place? Flipping it. Well, whatever. The place I forgot where it was, but the place that got banished for all their sin and lustfulness, and you know, I forget. But point being, um, you're saying that all of those people could have came back to him and repented and fallen out of their sin, because hell and purgatory are real. And my dad said he feels like he's lived in part of one here and there, and that he had to go through a lot, living hell type of thing, with the military, with everything that happened in life, and he's kind of, disappointed that none of us ended up serving, the males in the family. But yeah, point being, The point being, there's a lot. But so the abundance that I got from those lessons that he was teaching me is such a blessing. So with that, I think I'm gonna leave it here because just so many interruptions. I feel so bad, but I promise it will get better, and I'll move forward in life and get into my own place here soon. So thank you all for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed this stream. We'll see you next time, and it probably won't be too long. I hope, but if anything, I'll throw together something super short and maybe even just stay in the fucking bathroom. Sorry, didn't mean to cuss. Maybe just stand in the bathroom and record in there because, there's been a few interruptions that I would have liked to not have. So, thank you guys very much. No, I don't want to leave it there, but I do. No, I don't. Yeah. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought because, somebody was talking and being rude and interrupting me. But to truly get to the abundance that I needed that chat with my dad. And it kind of is crazy that I haven't seen him in 3 years, dude. Like, that really, made me disappointed in myself because in those 3 years I haven't done what I wanted to do, and I haven't fully grasped and understood the knowledge that I needed to, which he like pointed out to me and confirmed, like God. I prayed to him earlier that morning and he sent me that blessing. And I just need to really sit back and think and prosper about these things because once I think them through, I will get to the prosperity that I need, truly, truly. But I will leave it there. Thank you all for joining in the stream today. We'll also have one hopefully next week. I'll try and get around to it on either Thursday or Friday, depending on how my schedule looks. But I will try. Yeah, I promise to formulate a lot more and coordinate my speeches, and you know I also wanted to get to the second one of this next small steps that I need to do, and maybe it will help you for my new goals, from the new goals to get to my new identity, my reasons why that I want to create my new self and get to that prosperous, situation. Well, the next small steps, for me at least, would be to go to the gym, work out an hour or 2 hours a day, continually, every day. Don't try to talk, but I mean, I understand if you do fall back, but an hour or two a day, that's a little tiny step towards something so much more that can help you out so much more in life. It brings you physical strength, it brings you self discipline, working out every day. It will bring you motivation, and ultimately, it brings you more dopamine. It makes you more naturally happy and inclined And once you start feeling physically fit, it will help you to realign your goals, your aspirations. It will bring you more motivation to strive for better things, and knowing that you have the strength to do those things and to fully commit. My next second step to, you know, my next second step is to stop smoking, either herbs or cigarettes, both of them. Both of them. Stop smoking herb and cigarettes. So that way you don't get lung cancer or whatever it may be. You dip or whatever it may be. But, I feel like those are just vices that we use to make as an excuse so we don't have to, like accept and like change, because they're like a crutch, right? Like stress and all of those things are also, it can higher your level of stress. You think it's de-stressing you and all of these things when it's really not. It's actually increasing your levels of stress. It's increasing, like, so her it increases your life into, like, haze state. Like I was saying, like, you go day by day without realizing, without building yourself into the person that you want to become, because you lack motivation from, the herb, because you're less motivated, you're more inclined to be lazy. Not saying all smokers are. Wiz Khalifa did his thing. He made multi-million dollars off Khalifa Kush. He made a brand off of his thing. So, like, do your thing. Do you how you want to do you. Again, these are just for myself, ultimately. But if you choose to use them, great on you, because, I'm trying to do these things too, and it helps to motivate you knowing other people um, are listening and doing what you're doing. So, thank you guys. My third step would be meditate, work over past and present, or work over your past to become more present. Once you start to meditate and work over your past, it really does make you more present into the present day. Not thinking, oh, my past is, like the worst, and, like I can, change this or that about the past. The past is the past, it's going to remain there, right? The future is the future. It's going to remain in this moment, every moment. Like, each new moment is the past and the present co-aligning. Like, each new moment, each new second, every second that's going, 31, 32, 33, 34, it is the past and the future all in the same time. It's what you choose to do with your own future and your own past that realigns you. So, once you meditate and like truly meditate, which is like clearing your mind of all of everything, you start to become more fluent and actually gain insight and knowledge inside of your problems that you're facing, and it clears a lot of things up. It can make you into the better person that you want to be. But another goal of mine, which would be the fourth, is to meet new and old friends. Meet new and old people and friends. So, realigning yourself with your true aspirations and goals, meeting new people, moving forward, gaining new friends, as well as like communicating with old friends that you haven't contacted in a while, or, other people like family members, or, like I was saying, you don't always have to hold resentment towards those things with family, because it ultimately makes it harder for you in your own life, you know? You have your own issues. You don't need to worry about others. But at the same time, if you truly love somebody, you care about the issues that they're facing and you want to do better for yourself. So inevitably, it trickles down, trickles down the stream, to them. And so that's that step, as well as the fifth step is make music, stream, and or make YouTube videos, which I'm currently doing right now. So that's a hint towards the motivations and the goals that I have set and will obtain. I will continue to do these things, and I will continue to make music or stream like I have been. Also, I can stream on Twitch, which I will inevitably link in the bio on my other channel, because I'm thinking about creating a secondary channel for my gaming content, which I'm going to take from Twitch, right? Take my gaming content from Twitch, download it, or save the video, send it over to somebody on Fiverr to edit, and then release it to you guys, and hopefully it goes well. There's a lot of just messing around, having fun with my homeboy Cody. My homeboy Cody actually just texted me a little bit ago, and I feel bad because that was 31 minutes ago. But he said, "All right." I was telling him that I miss him and we should play some games or whatever. He's like, "I bought the Game Pass, or not Game Pass, but I bought the Battle Pass, and we haven't played together, dude. Like, what the heck?" And it's almost over. I was just like, I feel bad, but I gotta do what I need to do to motivate myself and get into these rhythms and motions of successful action. And my sixth smallest step would be pray and thank God each day, and have appreciation and gratitude for the life that you live. So no matter what you're going through, it's always a great thing to pray, because once you pray, you actually open up your heart and your mind to allow yourself to start healing from the things that have hurt you, and it also helps the people around you, because if you pray for them, it truly does help. Any prayer to God helps, because everything in life was predestined by the decisions you make, as well as it was already predestined by Him. You know, so that in itself gives you the appreciation that you have, and the gratitude for the things that you already have received through His blessings, and you see them in everyday life, the small little things, the big little things, multiple things. No matter what it is, give Him the appreciation and the gratitude that you have for those things. Then my seventh smallest step would be no lustful actions, and that may be constantly meaning